Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. We're ready to rock, heading back into Battleworld. Officially, Kills with me, Coriander, and of course, Eric. Guys, what's up, man? It's Sunday night. We're ready to rock and roll.
Wouldn't be anywhere else.
Yeah,
There you
not
go.
much. Not much.
There you go, man. There you go. Real quick for you guys in the chat, thanks for jumping in. We got folks coming in right now. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us. This is going to be a lot of fun. We haven't had a chance to do Battle World in a little while, so we're excited to do this. And of course, tonight's topic is going to be a lot of fun. We got Mr. Rick stopping by. Thanks so much, man. We appreciate you. We got let's see, Super Tenor in the house saying, "Hey, Night Coriander and fam, I'm stoked." Yes. What's up, Jerry? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well, man. Danielle's in the chat. We got RJ in the chat. We got Melissa and Paula. Hope you ladies are doing well. All right. Jason is in the house. What's up, Jason? He said Friday the 13th wins. Game over. I like what you did there. That was a good one. Very, very cool. All right, guys. So you guys know how this thing goes. We've got two franchises going against each other, but there's a lot more that's happening as well. Eric, real quick, either franchise, if you just want to give just a quick thought on what it's bringing to the table.
Well, excuse me. Well, I'll talk Alien. One of the first thing that we're going to have is probably one of the strongest female protagonists that we've had in a franchise in a long time for a consistent basis. You know what I mean? When it comes to Friday the 13th, we have different final girls. Here we have one final girl for at least 4 films, and I think that's going to be the strongest thing that Alien's going to bring.
Okay, all right. And when you talk about Friday the 13th, obviously it's a roller coaster going through so many films, 12 films in total, and a lot of variation, a lot of different feelings that we've talked about over the years. So it's going to be pretty interesting. Kill, let's get to the commentary, man. Tonight is kind of special because not only is it franchise versus franchise, but there's something on the line. And let's just put it out there with pride, man. Who's the champ, Kill? Who is the champ?
You know, it's been so long since we've done this. I almost forgot who's the champ. You tell me.
His name is Jason Voorhees. There he is.
Oh yeah,
That was me playing. I know he's the champ.
Put some respect on his name. Straight from New Jersey. Kill, what do you think about this franchise versus franchise idea with the title on the line? What's your thought?
You know, when it comes to old-fashioned horror, of course, you have the trifecta: Jason, Freddy, Michael Myers. But when you bring Alien into it, you bring legacy. Alien is horror. It's sci-fi horror, and as iconic as the hockey mask is, the xenomorph is pretty iconic. People know that design. H.R. Geiger, rest in peace. That's been around since the 70s. And we're talking about a franchise that literally is still going on today. Shouts out to Alien Romulus. It was awesome. So I don't know if this is going to be as cut and dry and as easy as some people may think, because it's a lot going on in that Alien franchise. So this is going to be a good one.
It's so true, man. And again, just to also kind of piggyback, because we've done this idea of the franchise versus the franchise a couple times, and I think it's been a lot of fun because you have a lot of films that you have to kind of put into the mix. And these are two franchises that have a lot of films, and we're talking about all the way back to Alien was in 79 and Friday the 13th was in 1980. So when you talk about, the length of time that these franchises have been around, there's a lot to talk about. There really, really is. And a lot of films, and even versus films, and who knows, maybe we'll get into that as well. But anyways, for you guys in the chat, we're going to go category by category. We're going to give the point to the franchise that we think deserves the point, not based on bias, but for you guys, let us know what you think, and we will definitely try to get to as many comments as we can. We won't get to them all. That's just how it works. But if you choose to send in a super chat, we will make sure to get to your comment and or question. But most importantly, it helps out the channel. We'd appreciate it. And you can put that amount as points to the franchise that you want it to go to. So if you send in a $3 super chat, you can put those 3 points to the franchise of your choice. Okay, guys, let's start this thing off. Eric, as always, we got to talk about the posters. Okay, so we have a lot of posters for these two franchises. Okay, so we have the posters for Friday the 13th, all 12 films, and we also have the posters for the Alien franchise, Aliens 3, Resurrection, the 2 AVP films, Prometheus, Covenant, and Romulus. Eric, the question is, who gets the point for posters? Is it Alien or Friday?
This might surprise a lot of people because I say I'm not a fan of like the floating heads. Like every time we like talk Scream or something like that, I'm going with a floating head. I'm going Prometheus. I absolutely love that poster. That's something I want on my wall. Who is that, or what is that? The little image, where, with the light shining down on that one person, or no, it's the alien at the bottom, and it just looks mysterious, menacing. I just absolutely love it. The use of the colors. Got to go Prometheus.
Okay, all right. Kill, how about you? When we talk about all of these posters, which poster would you pick as your favorite?
Wow. To pick one poster out of all these.
Yep.
It's funny. I'm classic. I gotta go with that original Alien poster. It's just something about it. I love that poster. But a really close second would be the Prometheus poster. I agree with Eric. I've always loved that poster. And yeah, this is an evil question night to make us choose one out of all of these great posters.
Well, we've been doing it, so I mean, like,
I know.
Hopefully, it's no surprise.
but also, I would just like to give some love to that Romulus poster. I love the red there. So,
yeah.
But my answer is that 79 original.
Okay. All right. Coriander, how about you? When we talk about all of these posters, all of the Friday 13th posters, 12 total. And then, of course, for Alien as a franchise, we have these 9 posters. Which one would you pick as your favorite?
I am going to go the original Friday. It's up, I'm looking at it right now in my living room, and yeah, it's been one of my favorites, and it always will be.
Okay, all right. Real quick too in the chat, just to catch up to these guys. Jason, what's up? We got Scott in the chat too. What's up? Hope you're doing well, man. Saying hey to everyone. Let's see.
Hello?
RJ's going with Friday 13th. Okay. Very, very cool. Scott going with Aliens. All right. We got Hollywood guy in the chat as well. Hope you're doing well. From Parts Unknown, what's going on? Okay, for me, this is tough, man. I mean, because there's a lot of great posters in both franchises. There really, really is. But man, I'm going to tell you guys, and I've said this many, many times before, especially when I think about On the Wall. I'm going to go with Prometheus as well, man. Yeah. I love that poster. It is so cool. It's just, I'll never forget when it first came out too. Like everything about it was just like mysterious. It's just like, what is that? So I'm going to give this one to Prometheus as well. You guys in the chat, let us know your favorite individual poster. Now, this is what we're going to do, guys. Eric, we're going to start with you. Overall, with all posters involved, which
Mhm.
franchise has the better set of posters? Is it Friday the 13th or is it the Alien franchise?
The better set of posters. I'm gonna go with Friday the 13th based on the creativity. You know, like Coriander likes the original one. I love that one too because you have the
Mhm.
outline of the killer, but then you have the camp site inside the outline. You know me, I
Mhm.
love Jason Goes to Hell. The way that looks, I love, even if it's a false advertising, the way Jason looks over Manhattan in that poster. It's still a good
Right.
poster, and it's also hard to beat the final chapter. As simple as that one. That's a really good one too.
Okay. All right. Kill, how about you? Overall, which franchise has the better set of posters?
I guess I'm gonna go at it with the one that has the most that I don't like. So the one that has the most that I don't like is Friday the 13th.
Mm.
So I'm gonna
Ooh.
go with Alien, that franchise, because I like more of those. The only Alien poster right here out of these I don't like really is 3.
I knew you were gonna say
And you
that.
know
I
I've
knew it.
always hated that poster.
I
I've
know. It's like, what
always
were they
hated that
thinking?
poster. It's just a little sperm. He's just coiled up, just doing his thing. I don't know.
It's like,
It's
what
just
were they thinking,
yeah,
bro?
I mean, for me, you look at all of these and they're mysterious. Either that or the color grabs my eye, or the head in Prometheus grabs my eye, or
Mhm.
whatever. Go to Friday real quick.
Okay.
For me, and I love the Friday posters, but Friday 1 and 2, it's the same poster.
Right.
It's Mrs. Voorhees's silhouette, essentially. Got a knife, got an axe, and you
Mhm.
change a few things. Then we got some floating heads, but there are standouts here that I love, but there's just
Yeah.
more that I think are not as good. So
All right. Okay. Coriander, how about you? Overall, which franchise has the better set of posters? Not films, but
Yeah.
poster work.
You know, I am actually going to go with the alien ones for this
Mm.
one. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay. All right.
mhm.
Um, any particular reason why?
Well, because, there's more, I guess, on this, to choose from that I like
Okay.
versus Friday. I hate to say it, but yeah.
Wow.
But it's
Okay.
just the poster.
Good
We're
for
just talking
you.
poster here.
Hey, man, look, it's
There's no
okay.
lying here.
There's no
Well, you're
lying.
like, wow.
Well, no, I'm just saying, good for you, man. It's like, all right. Okay. For me, I do think that this is tough. And Kill, you made a great point that I echo hardcore. For Alien, I think easily the worst poster is 3. Even the variations don't really work for me because
Yep.
there's a couple, you know what I'm talking about. There's a couple variations. And I think with Friday, I think all the posters are pretty good, except for 2. Obviously, 2
Mhm.
is kind of the weak link because it's just blatantly. I know what they were thinking, and it was 1981, and we only had $20. But come on, guys, come on, let's do
Get $5 more
better.
and put a little bit more effort into it, right?
Do better. Think about what Halloween 2 did. They only had $15. Anyways, so when
Wow.
so look, when I think about overall, this is tough because I really enjoy so many of them. But look, man, I'm not gonna lie, I got to go with Alien. Um, and the reason that I'm gonna go with Alien is because of the fact that there's a couple of these posters that I think are just amazing, including Romulus that just came out. Obviously, I think
Mhm.
Covenant is really interesting. I like the artistic type of vibe going on here. You know how Ridley gets. Obviously, we talked about Prometheus, Aliens, Resurrection. I think is underrated. Resurrection looks pretty damn cool, man. You got Sigourney and Winona Ryder there. So I'm going to say overall, I'm going to go with Alien on this one. Okay. All right. Let's, now that we got that out of the way, let's jump into the chat. Mr. Rick saying, hot take, I would say Jason Goes in New York. I always thought that was a cool
Mhm.
poster. I agree. It is a very cool poster. It really is. Scott saying overall Friday. Okay. Junebug's in the house. What's up, man? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. Mayanne is in the house. What's up, May? Good to see you. Hope
Hey,
you're doing
May.
well. Thank you for jumping in here. All right. And Danielle saying the Predators in the Aliens universe. Predator was the top dog and the scariest, deadliest villains. Ooh, okay. All right. Yeah, Predator's awesome. No doubt about it. And hey, man, we got Mayanne telling us we got 19 in the chat. We only got 12 like guys. Let's hit the like button, please. It definitely helps us out. No doubt about it. Thank you, May. And if you could keep track of that and let us know every so often, that would be great. And we got Jason coming in with a $10 super chat. This could be the beginning of it. All right. Can't tell me Creighton Duke can't kill a xenomorph. Jimmy would dance around the aliens while finding the corkscrew. Jenny would kick Ripley's butt. Went too far with that one. Ooh, okay. All right. So, Jason, let us know. Are you putting this 10 points to Friday the 13th? Okay. So let me know. And we'll put those points to the franchise of your choice. Okay, man. So let's do this real quick. We'll do a clip for you while you let us know which franchise you want it to go to. All right. And, Kill, sometimes when you're sitting in the car and you just feel like you want to bop around, sometimes you might do certain things. And it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter how famous you are. And it might look like this. There you go, man.
Wow.
Because you never know. You never know. All right. Jason, thanks for the super chat, man. We really appreciate it. It helps us out immensely. We got Willis in the chat going with the original Alien poster. Okay. All right. Let's see. And yes, he's going with Friday the 13th, man. So out of the gate, we got 10 points that is going to Friday. All right. So I'm going to put that down for you, man. Thank you so much. So we have 10 points to Friday the 13th.
All right.
Okay. We got Mayanne saying yes. Okay, guys. Wow. All right. Next category. Eric, the best opening in either franchise. Now, again, with openings, we're talking about first couple minutes. It could be up to 15 minutes. Okay. So what would you say is the best opening to a film in either franchise?
Off the top of my head, I think I'm going to go with Jason Lives because of just the fun factor. Again, we all love the James Bond nod. But,
yeah, we do.
I love the whole going to his grave, wanting to burn him up so he can get rid of the PTSD. And, of course, the nods to Frankenstein with the lightning bolt. And he just looks so badass. When that eye pops open, that close up on the eye with the maggots. It's probably one of the best openings, I think, in the entire franchise. So got to go with Jason Lives.
Okay. Kill, how about you, man?
This is really hard, and to try to process this very quickly, the first thing that popped in my head, there's no lying, the original Alien. Just the mystery of like that score playing, seeing the lettering, appear on the screen.
Yeah.
And then, seeing the Nostromo in the distance, and it gets closer, and then them waking up and just kind of like, what is going on here?
Right.
Monitors turning on, and it's just like, wow. And this, if you're a fan of Alien, you might get what I mean. You see the ship and it's like a peanut, and it gets closer and closer. And then it kind of does this thing where it brings you in, and you hear, everything comes to life.
Right.
And it's like, whoa, it's like you've been transported into some new thing and you're a part of it.
Yeah. So
it's like no disrespect to Friday. I love Friday. And like Eric's answer, that you know, you guys know I love that one. I think I've used that answer numerous times on other questions of this ilk, but there's no line here. That original Alien.
Let me just say this too. Yeah, it's like a Tuesday. It's like a Tuesday afternoon for these guys on the Nostromo, right? You know, it's like, and you have if you've never seen the film, you have absolutely no clue what's going on. And speaking of which, man, you know, with the anniversary that just happened, Kill, did you get to see it in the theater? Because it just had its 45th anniversary.
Very cool.
We got a chance to see it in the theater, bro.
Nice.
And you know how many times I've watched this movie. Me and you have watched this movie together, and of course as adults, bro. I gotta admit, man, that thing still hits hard, bro, on the big screen. And that scene that you're talking about, it was just so cool seeing it on the big screen. So
I could just imagine, kind of like what Kill said with like the tech noises, just having that on the surround sound would have been awesome.
Yeah. It was an experience. Coriander, would you agree? Because I mean, like that was it was cool, man. You know,
it was cool. Yeah.
Going back to the old school. All right. So Kill, huh?
I'm jealous.
Right? You know what though? I'm gonna be honest, man. Because you know, there are a lot of people in the community that get a chance to see these re-releases of classic movies. And I'm always thinking, man, I'd love to see that. I'd love to see that. But Alien definitely was on the bucket list. So it was pretty cool. All right. So Coriander, when we talk about the best opening of any film in either franchise, which film, and don't you say Vancouver, which film, no, I'm just joking.
No.
Which film are you going to choose?
Okay. So the one that like popped into my mind that, you know, I love all the openings to the first 4. Okay, I do. But I really enjoy the opening to Jason X.
Wow. All right. Okay. All right.
Good for you.
You caught me off guard with that. We're going with Jason X. All right. What made you now listen? Now all 3 of us, all 4 of us, I should say, you know, we're huge Friday fans. There's no lying here. I don't know if I've ever heard you speak specifically about something in Jason. I know you enjoy it, but what makes you, and I know you hate these type of things, but I gotta ask because I'm curious. I'm sure the audience might be too. What about that opening in Jason X makes you want to pick it, especially
opening?
Okay.
I mean, you had the director there. I can't even think.
Cronenberg.
Yes, I'm a huge Cronenberg fan.
Yeah, you are.
And the fact that, you know, he's in it and he gets killed, and you know, Kane looks so good in this movie. You know, he's chained up in the beginning, you know, and it just, you know, you'd never seen Jason like that. So right there, you're like, what the hell's going on, you know? And it's just a fun opening.
Good point, man. Well said. I really dig that answer. Good for you.
Killing half a dozen people in like 30 seconds helps too, you know?
Right? He was like, I'm on a vacation and I got to get myself together after I got obliterated in Vancouver. Okay, real quick, we got Jeff in the house saying, hey, what's up, everyone? What's up, man? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Very cool to have you here with us tonight as we return back to Battleworld. RJ's going with Aliens. Okay. And Danielle as well saying best opening is Aliens. Pulls me in so much even when they aren't doing much. Okay. Wow, 2 for Aliens. Woo-hoo. Let's see. Mr. Rick saying I have to go, but I enjoy both of these because Friday, the final guy on Alien is the only horror film, to have a badass chick. All right, man. Well, hey, have a good night. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it. Very cool. All right. And we got Jeff coming in, gifting 5 memberships. Hey, thank you so much, Jeff. We appreciate that. Seriously. It definitely helps us out. Yeah, and it keeps the community strong here. It's a very generous thing. And for you guys that did get the gifted memberships, please show some love to Jeff. Looks like RJ is back in the fold with us. Mr. Beer, Sunrise is back in the fold, and Jason Dyer. Jason Dyer just got a gifted membership from Jeff. He's back with us. I didn't even know he wasn't anymore. But thank you so much. Seriously, we appreciate it. Okay, for me, the best opening. This is tough, man, and my gut went with Jason Lives. Okay, and pretty much for the same thing that you were talking about earlier, Eric. It's just one of those openings that just drew me in. Like, it's got the action, it's got the intrigue. What the hell is Tommy Jarvis doing? Don't be stupid. You got Horseshack with him, you got the gothic horror, you got the lightning, the grave. It was actually kind of scary a little bit, seeing the maggots. So, all the makeup and prosthetics was cool. And of course, the James Bond kill, better than anyone anywhere how many times I would rewind that VHS and watch that scene. It was just so much fun. So I just got to go with my gut on this one and say Jason Lives. But there's a lot of other great openings in the franchise, as well as for Alien as well. That opening to the original is definitely cool too. All right. And Danielle saying that was nice of you, Jeff. Yes, it was. Thank you so much for you guys giving Jeff some love, because it is very kind of him. Scott saying that Jason X was a fun opening, Coriander. Absolutely. That was a great answer too.
Nice.
Scott going with Jason Lives for the opening. There you go. The first Friday he saw, and he saw it before he saw any of the Alien films. Okay, Scott. Very cool. And we got Jeff coming in with a super chat. All right, man. Whoa,
Nice.
a $20 super chat. Oh, thank you so much, man.
Awesome.
Seriously.
Thank you.
Now that is wow. Saying I agree with that. Jason Lives is a really good opening. All right. Going with Jason Lives. So I'm assuming, and Jeff, let me know if I'm wrong, that's going to be 20 points to Friday the 13th.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, wow. Okay, man. Thank you so much for the super chat. And just correct me and just let me know that you do want the 20 points to go to Friday the 13th. Or if you don't, let me know. And wow, man. 20 points to Friday. We are starting hot.
Yeah, Jeff
Okay.
Jeff just commented. He said yes, 20 points. Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay.
Good night, everybody.
Wow. The champ.
Yeah.
New Jersey's having a party, man.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, Alien fans, you gotta. It's time to show and prove now.
Right? I mean,
Please don't wait till the end.
Yes, yes, as it happens so often. All right, so let's do, Jeff, thank you so much. Let's do a couple of quick clips. Let's go back into the archives and kill.
Oh, yes.
Sometimes when you're in a bad situation, you kind of lose your cool a little bit, and it might look like this.
Fuck! Oh, well, that's it, isn't it? It's over! You motherfucker!
That's the stupidest fucking thing I ever heard.
Thank you, Lance.
Lance always shows improved. Bishop himself. All right. Blazin is also saying Jason to Coriander, Jason X is a fun movie. Yes, it is. We got Sunrise in the house, and somebody just gifted me a membership. Thank you so much. Yes, absolutely. Jeff has been very kind here tonight. From Parts Unknown, also giving Jeff some love. Jason Dyer coming in with another super chat saying the best opening is the Friday the 13th remake. Yeah, he beat me to the punch. He said the best 15 minutes ever. It might be like 20. That's
a good opening.
20. It is. I'll never forget seeing that. And I was like, wait a minute, did we get the opening credits yet? I mean, what's going on?
As much shit as I talk about that movie, I cannot deny that that opening is really, really good.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Okay, Jason, thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate it. It helps us out. You know that, man. Much love. And we're gonna put 2 more points to Friday the 13th. Wow. We need Marty up in here, man. Super Tenor is going with Friday the 13th. All right. Let's see. And hey, man, we got Nightfall in the house with channel member anniversary. Thank you so much, man. Saying 16 months. That's awesome too, man. Wow.
Mhm.
Seriously, saying finally, I'm off of work in time. I missed you guys. Thank you so much, man. Seriously. We appreciate you. We're glad that you're able to hang out with us live. It means a lot. I saw a couple of your comments. I'm still catching up on comments, but seriously, I appreciate the well wishes and obviously letting us know that you care about us and what we're doing here, man. It means a lot. It really, really does. And for all of you guys here, just to let you know, we appreciate everything you guys do. And of course, Nightfall, one of our sci-fi star channel members, a high level on the channel. It really helps us, man. It really, really does. All right. Very, very cool. And Nightfall is awesome. He is Jason. And Nightfall, he's coming in with a super chat too. Oh my God. $5 super chat saying, let's go, Jason. Friday 6 opening is still my favorite. All right. We got a lot of love for Jason Lives here tonight, which is cool. So we got another 5 points to Jason. All right.
I'm starting to feel bad for Ripley. She hasn't even shown up in a category yet. Jeez.
I know. What's going on? All right, let's do a quick clip. You guys know what's up.
We're fine. Bullshit! It is not in the file. It is not.
All right. There.
Oh goodness!
Shout out to Daniel Day-Lewis. And hey, Jamie, what's going on? Good to see you here tonight.
Hey.
All right.
Hey.
And also, just to remind you guys, like Mayan was reminding you guys earlier, please hit the like button. It helps to support us. We'd appreciate it. All right. And I know Nightfall. I love that clip too, man. All right. Our next category, the best characters. The best characters. Any film in either franchise. So we're talking about 12 for Friday the 13th. We're talking about the 9 in the Alien franchise. Which film has the best overall characters? Plural characters. Eric, let's start with you. Which film is it?
This one's actually really tough because there's like two films from each side that I could go with. As much as I don't want to go against Jason Goes to Hell, because I love those characters, I have to go with the original Alien.
Okay.
And the reason why, it's because they're just blue-collar Joes thrown into a situation that's over their head. I love one of the best scenes, honestly, is kind of like the opening scene when they're having breakfast, just arguing over little piddly shit. Or I like when Yaphet Kotto and Harry Dean Stanton are giving some gruff to Ripley, and she just, why don't you just fuck off? That shows that she's great, and she's to a lesser extent one of the boys. You know what I mean? Everybody is equal. Even though Tom Skerritt has a higher rank, they all treat each other equally. They work together well, and it's a cliche, but that cast is like lightning in a bottle, dude. That first Alien movie, it really is.
Well said. Okay. All right. Kill. How about you?
So this is the easy street for me. It's going to be in the Alien franchise, and that's the only logical answer. But where the difficulty comes, is it Alien 1 or is it Alien 2? I love me some blue collar oil rig workers, but I also love our hardworking men and women of the military. And I'm greedy, and it's more of them. I'm going slightly with Aliens. Because not only is it slightly more characters, you got despicable ones like Burke.
Yes.
You got
shout out
Burke.
to Paul Reiser.
Yeah. Great actor. I mean, it's like you have the good characters and the banter that's in the first movie, but then you also have the backstabbing kind of character like Burke. You have the coward like Gorman. And you got Vasquez, you got Priest. It's like, and so many of them live longer than they do in the first Alien movie. So like I said, I'm greedy, but the only answer is in the Alien franchise. I'm sorry. So I'm going Aliens.
All right, man. Wow, he put it down, man. He's the only logical.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
Give some love to the Aliens franchise here.
He's got a point. Like even some of the minor characters, like Drake, he's in
Yeah,
that movie
Drake.
15 minutes, a poem,
Yes.
maybe 12. They're the
Basky
ones that I
Crow.
always remember. Yeah.
Crow, yeah. See, we gotta, and we haven't done this in a while. We haven't, dipped our toe, back into the Alien franchise in a while. But it just gets you kind of nostalgic. So good call on that.
Even
one,
if
Phil.
it's, I think it's Frost. He didn't like the cornbread neither. That type of stuff. Like
Yeah.
little stuff like that. Yeah, good choice.
And
dude.
a pone, come on, sweethearts.
Newt.
Look into
Newt.
my eye.
Yes.
Wow, guys.
I love the core. It's like a day on the farm. Okay, Coriander. Which where you going with this? Best characters, which film?
I think I am gonna go Final Chapter.
Ooh, she's
Yeah.
hanging
Choice.
in there, man.
Yeah.
She said, I am a Corey Feldman fan forever. All right.
Well, I don't,
Right.
not so much his music, but his earlier movies. Oh, hell yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. I hear you. Okay. All right. Listen, guys. Look. This is challenging. Okay. I'm not gonna go to the extent that Kill went with it's logical. But listen, let's just call it what it is. There's a lot of great set of characters in all in a lot of these films, I should say, not all of them. But come on, man. You can't look, there's no lying. It has to be Aliens. And I'm just echoing my brother, but I'm just saying, bro, it was such a good cast. And not only were they a good cast as far as chemistry, but like you said, and I think you said it too, Eric, the banter, the dialogue back and forth, man. I mean, these characters just became just little things, man. Like when Ripley was doing the loader, and you had Michael Biehn and Apone just sitting there kind of chuckling, and Bay 12, please. It's like just little things like that were peppered throughout so much of that movie, because remember, the aliens didn't even face the aliens until like, what was it, 50 minutes into the film?
About halfway through, yeah.
If you're watching the director's cut, it's like a 2 hour and 20-minute film, but they don't even deal with the aliens until almost the first hour is gone. So they're building up the characters, obviously Sigourney being number one, but so many of these other characters. And again, and I'm glad you said it too, Kill, Paul Reiser. You have to have a Trevelyan, right?
Yes,
and if you know what I mean. The villain has to be worthy to really up the ante in a film. So I'm gonna
What's
echo
great
that.
between those two movies, just the first and the second, is just you can tell that they've been doing this stuff together for years.
Yes.
Like when Bill Paxton this floor is freezing. You want me to get your slippers for you? Oh, yes, sir. That would be nice.
Would you,
Stuff like
Sarge?
Look into my eye. All right. Very, very cool. All right, so let's jump into the chat here. Jamie saying, when someone dies in Alien, I care. When most die in the Friday movies, meh. All right, there you go. Well said.
That's a good way to say it. Yeah.
Well said. Let's see. Willis saying, hands down, Aliens. Bill Paxton and the rest of the Space Marines. Okay. Danielle also going with Aliens. Okay. We got Gene in the house. What's up, Gene? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well on a Sunday night hanging with us. We appreciate that. From Parts Unknown, also going with Aliens. And now we're getting some Aliens love. You guys, Aliens is down hardcore, though. I'm just gonna say, man.
Sigourney is watching.
Right? And I got the two posters at back of me, man. Scott saying the best characters, I want to say Final Chapter. I want to say Alien for every reason Eric mentioned, but I gotta go with Aliens. The Marines, Burke, and the battle-hardened Ripley can't be topped. All right.
Let's not forget Bishop either.
Yes. Lance Henry. Seriously, man.
Look, how many of us did the knife thing because we saw Aliens? Do the knife thing, man. No, shut up. Do the
That's so
knife thing,
true,
Bishop.
right? In the
Like, come on.
cafeteria with those fake forks,
You
knives.
did it too, Coriander? Night, can
Yes.
everyone that's in the chat, if you did the knife thing, let us know. Because
Yeah, let us know.
I did it with pencils. I did it
I
with
did
a
it with
real
pens.
knife.
Yeah, I tried
Like,
it.
yeah, everyone just come on. I need to know this. Just amuse
Yes.
me, please. I don't ask for
Yes.
much.
Yes, that's true. No, good call, man. That's so true, man. And we did it. It was a great scene. And Lance Henriksen, man, shout out to Lance Henriksen for just being just awesome, because his career was, it's a great career, but obviously there were moments when he could have like ascended further. Obviously we know the story with the Terminator. He was originally what James Cameron wanted to do as the Terminator. That didn't work out, and James was probably like, okay, let's get you in Aliens. Let's get some work for this guy, because he's awesome, and he really, really is. Okay, Nightfall is going with Friday the 13th, the final chapter. Okay. We got Stuart in the chat. Hey, man, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for being here. I saw you in the chat for the Freddy versus Jason video I put out. Thank you for being here, saying the bounty hunter from Jason Goes to Hell. There you go.
Yes.
Wow, we're getting Eric is about to throw a party. There we go.
I'd give you a high five for that if I could. Thank you.
That's right. We got Troy's in the chat. What's going on? All right. Saying Kill's right. Whatever Friday you think has the best characters, they're good for a Friday movie, but they can't compete. Okay, very cool. And we got Jason coming in with another super chat.
Wow.
Best Friday 13th Part 5, Ethel's stew. There you go. Yummy.
Disgusting.
All right, man. We're gonna another 2 points for Jason, man. Jason.
Oh yeah.
Wow. So we got another 2 points for Jason. Holy crap. This is going crazy here. Okay. I think I'm caught up in the chat. Man says we're at 22 likes. Let's go. Yes, guys. If you haven't hit the like button, please do. It helps us out. We'd appreciate it. Okay. Danielle saying, I'm actually surprised. The battles usually have me all over the place, but Aliens is dominating. Well, there you go. Let's see. Jamie says, my well-loved but idiot brothers did the knife thing. They both got cut, and my mom grounded them for 2 weeks each for giving us a heart attack. There you go.
That's why you start with like a pen or a pencil first, then you work your way up to the knife.
Yeah, you gotta work your way up, man. I started out with a pencil. You gotta start. You gotta walk before you run. Nightfall also knows what's going on. He did it.
Good stuff.
Gory's in the chat. What's going on? Good to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Okay, guys, let's go to this is crazy. Let's go to our next category. The 2 scariest scenes. Okay. So again, guys, we're talking about scenes, not the movies themselves that we love, but just what are the 2 scariest scenes out of these 21 films? All right, Eric, let's start with you. And again, you guys in the chat, let us know, what are the 2 scariest scenes out of all of the Friday films and out of all of the Alien films? Eric, what do you think?
All right, like I always say, first ones that pop into my head, we're going Team Xenomorph for both of them. First one is from Alien, when Dallas is in the vents, and you have, the tracking and everything. He's looking all around, and Ridley was smart. You had that boom jump scare of the Xenomorph reaching out, and then static.
Yeah,
that's scary.
He just wanted a hug.
He did.
Right?
Well, he got his hug.
He got a hug.
And then the second one,
hands. I'm sorry.
the second one, yeah, right. I'm gonna think of that the next time I watch that movie too.
Right.
The next one is from Aliens. It's when the Marines, they're in the LV-426 and everything's now a cocoon, and you see the cocoon, but then you suddenly see movement. That camouflage, you know what I mean? You see that one in the top right of your screen just move and crawl away, and then suddenly, they find the survivor, and then the chest burster happens. And I love the action, when Vasquez says "Let's rock," but the scene, the build up before that, the silence, you just hear like water dripping and then walking on the metal. That's great tension, and that's scary.
All right. Very, very cool. And of course, that's for Alien, and that's 2 points. All
Yep.
right. Okay, Kill. How about you?
You know, there are great scary scenes on both sides. I'm gonna give I want to give the remake to Friday some love. There's a
Ooh.
scene where Jason breaks a woman's neck as he's walking with her. He breaks it in like sections, you know.
Agree.
And you know, they could have easily just had him like, hey, crack, I'm gonna break you. But he's pulling her back, and the way that, like, I don't know, it's just something about the way that neck got broke that I haven't really seen in a cinema. And it was just kind of graphic. So I want to say that one just because of how different that was for me. And then actually Eric said my other one was when they are in Aliens, they're going into the, you know, facility, and things are kind of cocooned up, and they see that poor woman, they lift her head up, her eyes open, and she's like, kill me. And it cuts back to Sigourney, and she's grabbing her stomach, watching it on the screen because she knows.
Right.
And then the burster comes out, and then all of a sudden you start to hear like bloop, bloop, hey, we got movement, and stuff just starts to go moving. And it's like, I remember seeing that for the first time in my living room with my mother and my brother. And I was like this, like, what? Like, I don't know if you remember, Night, but I kind of was in my chair, like, hold up, you know, because you didn't know what was going to happen,
right?
And you know, that's stuck with me all these years. So I got to say that one too. It's just
the whole room, man. The whole room started to get crazy. Okay, so Kill. So let me back up. So we got one for Friday, and we've got one for Alien. Okay. Yes. All right, Coriander, how about you? Two of the scariest scenes.
Okay, so one of the scenes is from Alien, but a movie named Spaceballs kind of ruined that scary scene. But that is the scene I'm talking about, is when the, you know, alien came out of the chest. That was, you know, quite the scene.
And he starts.
And my other point is going to go to Friday, and that is going to be the one where it's from what, part 3, I believe it's part 3, and the dude's walking on his hands, right?
Yep.
And that is probably one of my favorite kills, and it's a great scene, you know. So.
The handstand kill. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Very, very cool. For me, this is tough, man, because I think there's a lot of, you know, scary scenes in these films, but I'm gonna go back to the primal fear. It's kind of like what Kill was talking about when we had seen that scene in Aliens. You know, that was a really scary scene, but I gotta go back to the OG, man. I'm gonna go back to Kane with the chest burster. I had never seen, and of course, a lot of us were in that boat, and people all over the world. You never seen something like that. Like when he started to feel uncomfortable, nothing in my mind as a little kid, and we were young, Kill. You remember, we were really young when we saw this freaking movie, but nothing in my mind expected for the alien to come out of his chest. Okay. I had, you know, that just didn't even enter the equation. And so I got to give it up to that. That scene was just, and look, shout out to Veronica Cartwright, because she was scared too, because they did not know what was going to happen. And her reaction is authentic. Ridley kept that from them. And she fell. She slipped on the fake blood, hurt her back. So shout out to Veronica Cartwright as Lambert. But that's going to be one for me. And the other one, I'm just going back to what, at least for me, what started it all. And that's the ending of Friday. When, listen, you guys have to understand. And I think I just talked about this in the video I dropped today. When I first watched the OG Friday the 13th, I was not, you know, I wasn't a horror fan. You know, I was like, man, I got to overcome this uncomfortable nature, this fear of these movies. And so I watched it. And Kill, you remember when they had the marathons on and stuff like that, and we'd be sitting there watching movies, and I watched it. And when you get to the end, and you're so happy for Alice, you're so happy, bro. She had the cat fight of the century. She won. She's on this beautiful lake. You got the Barry Manilow music kicking in. It's awesome. And then boom, and it scared the shit out of me. It really did. So I got to give it some credit, because if it wasn't for that, who knows when I would have started my horror journey. So I'm going with the OG Friday and the OG Alien. Okay. Real quick, look at Nightfall. He's all right, man. The original Friday jump scare. First time we see Jason jump Alice on the boat. Very cool, man. We're on the same path there. Saying the second I go with is the iconic alien coming out of the chest. There we go. Very, very cool, man. Very cool. Okay, let's see. Scott is going with the chest burster. Friday the 13th part 2, when the dude in the wheelchair gets it in the face. That was a great kill, man. That was a great kill. Okay, and real quick, man, we got Jeff coming in with another super chat. Thank you so much. All right. Saying, what is the scariest scene at disability child's voice? And it's Pamela, really creepy and scary. The first time you see Jason in part 2 when he rises up in the bed. Really creepy. Yes. Shout out to Sackboy's getting some love, Kill. Look at that. Yeah. Okay. So Jeff, thank you so much for the super chat. So this is another 10 points to Friday the 13th. Wow. Jeff, thank you, man. No, seriously, we appreciate the super chat and the support. It really helps us out. Okay, let's do another clip. We're going all over the place with some of these oldies but goodies. Let's we haven't done this one in a while. Let's do this one. Here we go.
Mom, get my nuts! Get my nuts!
Here we go. Just in case you forgot, Kill. I do you love that one?
Does he have rabies or something like that?
Hey, look, man, Jason stopped playing tonight, man. He's coming in with another $2 super chat. Wow. For Demon, it was the damn enchiladas in part 5.
Ooh, baby,
wow.
ooh, baby.
We got another 2 points to Friday the 13th. Wow. Oh my goodness. May saying, yes, Jason, that's my favorite character. All right. This is too funny. And let's see. Stuart is saying for a scary scene, Jason coming to life and Jason lives. Yeah, that was a good one. Nightfall coming in with a $2 super chat saying, we must be close in age. I love it. Jason, 2 more points. Jason is dude, I don't know if I've ever seen this. Jason's getting another 2 points.
Man, the fix is in.
The fix is in. Yes. All right. Man, you are absolutely right, and you're awesome. All right. Next category. This is crazy. The best score. The best score in any film. Eric, what do you think?
Jeez. That's tough. I guess first one that pops into my mind, I'm going to go original Friday. It's hard to beat anything Harry Manfredini does, and I think one of his best scores is still the original.
Okay. All right. Kill, how about you?
This is the easy street for me. I'm going OG Alien.
There you go. Okay. Kill's not playing.
I mean, it just gets me from the, it's just subtle, it's haunting, it's just atmospheric. It pulls you in.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Coriander, how about you?
I'm trying to think of the music in Alien or Aliens or any of them, and I really can't. So I'm gonna have to go with Jason.
Okay. All right. For me, and let me just back up. I mean, there's good scores in a lot of these films. So both franchises have some good scores. But look, there's no lying here, man. Harry Manfredini, that's all I gotta say. I'm echoing what you said too, Eric. It's hard to go against that Friday the 13th score. Is just so awesome. I'm gonna go specifically though with Jason Lives. I loved how it amped up everything. Shout out to Tom McLaughlin with the vision for that film, the gothic horror vibes all throughout it, but how they amped up the score, you know, dun 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 dun. You know, it was just so great. I can still hear it so clearly in my head. So I'm gonna go specifically with Jason Lives. Okay. All right. Scott saying Aliens is getting stomped tonight. It's so far from you guys. Yeah.
It's
On the
still better
panel.
than that. It's still better than that Netflix fight. I'll say that though.
That wasn't even a fight. That was
bro. I don't even want to go there.
Yeah.
Man. That was the fix was in, bro. It's like Mike didn't even throw. I was like, wait a minute, man.
18 punches. That's all he hit.
Come on. No. That was anyways. All right. Jeff's going with the OG Friday the 13th. Jamie's going with Friday. Let's see. Willis is going with Aliens. Nightfall is going with the original Friday. Jason is stepping in there saying the disco from Friday 3. There you go. And hey, man, we got Ben in the house. What's up, Ben? Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Coming in with the $25 super chat. All right.
Nice.
Wow. Thank you so much, man. Seriously. Saying, hey guys, my vote goes to Friday the 13th for more common rewatchability. What do you think of Battleworld Creature Feature Edition? The Brood versus Humanoids from the Deep. Ooh, that would be actually pretty cool.
That's a great movie.
Hey, Ben, hold on to that idea. I kind of like that.
I wrote it down.
Okay, thank you. Saying Alien is a high concept slasher flick. Absolutely. You know, Ridley Scott said that this is his inspiration was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Okay, so they even called it the Texas Chainsaw Massacre in space. So very, very cool. So now, Ben, I just want to make sure because we've got a lot of points for Friday the 13th. So are you saying you want the points for Friday or Alien? I know you said Alien's a high concept slasher flick. So let us know which franchise you want the points to go to, because I just want to make sure on that. All right. Wow. Very, very cool. And hey, we got Anthony in the house too. What's up, Anthony? Good to see you. Very, very cool. And thank you again for that, Ben. That really helps us out. Stuart is saying, John, no, come on, man. Stuart, I know.
Stuart, I already suggested it. Knight said no.
Listen.
Based on principle alone, he said.
Yeah, based on principle, man. We listen. And I know, and Stuart's probably much newer to the channel, and some of you guys are. If you guys don't know my history with Hellraiser 4, listen, guys. And we did it one time, and I only did it because of the love I have for Eric and our Venoms crew. We literally did a watch party for Hellraiser 4, and I said, no more, no more, unless it's something really, really big for the community. But no, there's some fun parts in it. Did I tell you the story? We're all over the place tonight. You can tell we haven't streamed in a long time. I needed a vacay, bro. I really did.
Yeah.
When Coriander and I, when we went to the convention, and we met Kim Myers, you know, from Nightmare 2, fantastic lady. But of course, she was in Hellraiser 4. Coriander, you remember that? And I said to her, I literally said to her, I said, you were the best part of Hellraiser 4. And she had a big smile on her face and chuckled. And I was like, you know, it's true. It's like, so anyways.
All right. She was a good sport. That's cool.
She was really cool, man. She was very nice, you know, and so many of the folks are at these conventions, and I could go, you know, Coriander and I could throw out a bunch of stories, but she was just really, really kind. She really was. It was awesome to get to meet her. Okay, so real quick in the chat, Ben said it's Friday the 13th. Holy crap. So 25 points to Friday the 13th. Wow. Okay, this is just academic at this point for that aspect of the scoring. That's all I gotta say. Okay, let's go to our next category. All right, the regret kill. The regret kill. So out of all of these films, which character do you regret getting killed the most, Eric? And for you guys, and there's actually a couple of you guys in here that are part of the Patreon, you guys can also throw in your votes in Patreon, and we will actually count those as points. I'm going to put in our link to our chat. And so all you have to do is just click that link and let us know who that person is that you regret being killed the most out of all of these films. Just throw it in the chat for you guys. You can just click the link and also become part of our Patreon if you'd like. It's free. And we'll count those points to anyone that answers in the chat. Okay, Eric, out of all the people that have died in all of these films, who do you regret getting killed the most?
This is hard because, a lot of the characters I like that die, you knew they weren't going to make it to begin with, but they were also kind of like heroic deaths. Like,
yeah,
I'm not going to pick him, but like Creighton Duke, you knew he wasn't going to make it out type of thing, but he was so cool you didn't want him to. I'm going to go Yaphet Kotto in Alien. There's just something, I never want to see Yaphet die. He's just got that charisma, that likability in anything, whether it's this, The Running Man, something as goofy. He doesn't die, but something as goofy as Freddy's Dead. You know what I mean? You never wanted to see anything bad to happen. And he went out fighting, and it was a good scene. It was a sad scene, and man, that one hit because I really liked him so much just from the very beginning when he's arguing, complaining about the coffee and stuff like that till the very end. He's just this blue collar. He could have been one of us. So
right.
That's what I'm going to go with.
Okay. All right. So we got Parker from the original Alien. Okay, Kill. How about you? Who's the character that you regret being killed the most?
Eric's choice was a good one. Also, Charles Dutton came to mind in Alien 3. But another character or characters from Alien 3 came to mind, and it's Newt and Hicks.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm sorry, and I'm saying both because they died in their sleep. They, Newt drowned in her cryo tube.
Yeah.
Hicks was crushed in his cryo tube. And to have us go from aliens to that and the way they were killed, they didn't get a heroic Yaphet Kotto or Charles Dutton death. And that to me is a travesty. Even Ripley, when she dies in Alien 3, gets a heroic death. So Newt and Hicks.
All right. Okay. Coriander, how about you?
Tina's mom.
Tina's mom?
A good one.
Oh, yes. Yes. I was like, what? Who?
That's a good one.
Wow. Okay.
That's a really good one.
That actually is a pretty good one. Okay. For me, okay, now this is just us talking about the regret of the kill itself and how it kind of hits you. I know this is going to sound whatever, but I'm going to go with Ripley in 3. And I'm going to tell you guys why. Because I went to see this in the theater. Okay. I went on a date.
Here we go.
Look, man, come on. You know the story.
I do.
I was so hyped up. Because Kill, you remember, we watched Aliens so many times.
Yes.
As a kid, I mean, seriously, one day I have to think about that maybe for a video, because Aliens would be in the running for one of my most watched movies growing up.
Me as well. Yes.
So I'm all hyped up for 3. And bro, I just should have brought Kleenex with me for the whole thing. You guys mentioned it right off the bat. Newt and Hicks is like, what's going on? And at the end, I'm like, what? What are we doing here? So that's the short version of the story. So I'm gonna go with Ripley in Alien 3. All right, real quick, let me jump to the chat. We got Mayanne coming in the Patreon chat. Thank you so much, May. I appreciate that. Saying Newt. All right, so we got Mayanne for Newt. We're gonna count that as a point for Alien. Oh, we got some points for Alien from the audience. There we go. All right, and we also got Troy coming in saying Newt and Hicks. All right, there we go. Wow, we're getting some love here. So we got a couple of points here for Alien. Very, very cool. And again, guys, if you want, you can throw in your answers there from the link above, the Patreon link. Okay. Jeff going with Jenna from the remake, saying, I don't like to see her get killed. That was really rough. Paula's going with Parker from Parts Unknown, going with Little Newt. Stuart is going with the boxer from Manhattan. Take your best shot. It's like, bro, don't tell him to do that. You don't want none of that. You don't. Okay. Nightfall saying the regret kill. I go with Sarah and Friday. The final chapter. She gave me Final Girl vibes. Really liked her character. It's a good point. Yeah, good point. Crazy Ralph. Jason's going with Crazy Ralph. There you go. Jeez. Who would have thought? Super Tenor also saying Newton Hicks was a travesty. Hey, look, let me just say something, and I like this answer here. Stewart's coming in with the truth. Elizabeth Shaw in Covenant. You know what? Yeah.
But
What?
now when you go Elizabeth Shaw, and that was really bad. The other doctor who was at the end of Covenant.
Oh my gosh, I can't think of her name. What was her name?
Well, either way, when she realized that it was the wrong Michael Fassbender, as he was sealing her into the cryo tube, and he just was smiling at her like, "Good night." Like, oh,
Daniels.
no.
Daniels. Yes, that was wrong. You know what was even more wrong is that we didn't get to find out what happened.
Oh, I think we know what happened.
Well, I mean, as far as, because obviously with David, I mean, we were kind of following his arc in those two movies, and Ridley, there was going to be a third movie. You know,
don't worry. Hey, look what we just got with Romulus,
and there is going to be a sequel.
Yes.
So Fede is already set up.
Things could just be floating out there. Michael Fassbender's just out there doing his thing.
Ooh, hey, you're right, bro. You're right. I mean,
he's an android.
We could go into a whole nother thing with that, because I mean, shout out to Fassbender, because he was fantastic in those two movies.
He really
Danielle said, "Doctor, what's her face?" There you go. There you go. Willis saying Daniels, and Stuart saying Daniels. Yes, thank you for that, Stuart. That was a great comment, man. Because seriously, that was tough. Okay, guys. Next, the most watched film throughout all of these films over the course of your life, Eric. Which film have you watched the most?
I'll keep it short and sweet. You know, it's Jason Goes to Hell.
Wow. Yeah. Out of all of the okay.
I gotta be. I'll say it this way. You know, Jason Goes to Hell for me is a fun film. It's the fun factor to me. I gotta be in the right mood to watch Alien and Aliens because they are so well made. You gotta put a lot of time into them as well. So that's why I gotta be in the right mood. Jason Goes to Hell, I'll put it on when I'm doing laundry. You know what I mean? That type of thing.
You gotta love this guy. He is all in. You're the best. You're the best, bro. All right, Kill. How about you?
You know, and Knight, I think you might know. It's like a 3-way tie between these three movies: Alien, Aliens, and Friday 4. You smell what I'm cooking. You smell what the Rock is cooking. So it's like, man, just on the sheer fact that we watch so many of those marathons of the Friday movies and so forth, I'm gonna go with Friday 4. And then the slight one right behind is probably the OG Alien, but Friday 4.
All right. Okay. Coriander, how about you? Which film has been the most watched?
Geez, I'm trying to figure out which Friday.
Goes to Hell.
Yeah, come on.
How did you know?
Takes Vancouver.
I think shit, man. I'm gonna say part 3.
All right. I'm digging it. Part 3, getting the love. Okay. For me, obviously I'm echoing what Kill said. Alien and Aliens, obviously, and especially Aliens. Like I said, there was a period that I watched that movie so much. I remember that one summer I was like putting it on all the time. But over the course of all of my life, is obviously got to go to Friday the 13th, and I'm pretty sure it might be a tie between 4 and 6, but I think it's actually Friday 4. I'm pretty sure I've seen Friday 4 more over the course of my life. And growing up, I watched a lot of Jason Lives. I also watched a lot of 3. Shout out to the late great Richard Brooker, because that mask was crisp. It was.
I was sitting here waiting for you to bring him up. I was waiting for it.
Guys, listen, and we've done a lot of Friday the 13th content on this channel, and we will continue to do so.
Alone, dude.
The watch parties alone, just the going through the franchise and all of these lists and stuff. But seriously, man, if you haven't seen Friday 3 in a while, just for Jason alone and what Richard brought to that role, he was just so great. His physical nature was awesome. But yeah, I'm pretty sure overall it's got to be Friday 4. It's got to be Friday 4. Okay. All right, let me catch up to the chat. Like I said, Aliens, if you're a fan of Alien or the franchise, you guys are going to have to help it out, because we've got so many points that have been put to Friday the 13th that's not even funny. Whew. All right. Danielle saying the most watched is Aliens. Okay. All right. Troy saying, wow. Troy said mine is Jason Goes to Hell as well. Friday 7 is damn close, though.
Thank you.
It should be. Wow. Jeff's going with Jason. Jeff's going with Jason Lives from Parts Unknown. Jason Lives. Let's see. Just catching up here real quick. Man is getting happy in the chat saying, yes, Kill. Yes. And hey, man, we got Neil in the house. What's going on, man? Good to have you here. Neon Black Reviews. Or I should say Neon Black Horror Reviews in the house. Saying I've watched the OG Friday 13th more times than all of the Alien franchise combined. There you go. That's a good point. Very cool. Willis saying, for me, it's Aliens and Freddy versus Jason. Ooh. All right. Well, we're getting some good answers in the chat. And by the way, Willis, hopefully you saw my Freddy versus Jason video I put out today. If you haven't, checked that out. And May, if you could put the link in the chat, that would be great. Nightfall saying most watched Friday 13th, part 2, 3, 4, and 6. Richard Brooker's my favorite Jason, so probably 3. There you go. You gotta love a crisp mask. Dude, it was so clean. Shelly got it prepped for us. Man is happy about this thing. There you go. Okay, let's go to our next category. Next category is your 2 favorite characters. Okay, now this is what we're gonna do. And we're going to go backwards. We're going to start with Coriander. Okay. Two favorite characters in any of these 21 films, and we can't repeat them. Okay.
But Jason can be one, right?
Yeah, if you want. But in other words, if you say Jason, none of us can say Jason. So the answers can't be repeated.
Oh, then I'm going to go Jason.
Whoa. Hold on. Think about it I'm just saying.
I damn, dude. Jason and the Xenomorph. Yeah, boys. There you go, boys.
Okay. All right. So you got Jason and the Xenomorph.
Hey, you opened that can of worms, Nate.
I did, man. I'm like,
yeah.
This chick, she's something else. All right. Kill. Now, obviously, you can't pick Jason or the Xenomorph, but who are your 2 favorite characters?
I'm gonna say the grown-up Tommy Jarvis, who brought Jason back to life. I love that version of him. Wow. I'm gonna go out on a weird limb here. I'm not gonna say Ripley or anything like that. David, Michael Fassbender's David. And I'm not a weirdo, but my reasoning for him is he's the villain you don't see, like that villain that's just, I'm doing this for science. I'm doing this because you created me and I want to create life. So it's kind of like a kick in our own face that's like, and he was pondering, hey, why did you create me? And they were like, because we can. He said, okay, I'm going to remember that. It's just something about his version of that android and kind of what he did, and is probably the greatest villain in the Alien franchise, even more than a xenomorph.
Wow. All right.
Good
Okay.
choice, dude.
And again, for you guys in the chat, I'm going to get to as many as I can. Of course, we can't get to everyone, but if you do put your answer in our chat on Patreon, we're going to count that as points. So, Eric, now after those that have been picked, what are you going to go with?
Well, I won't go out on a limb, and I will pick Ripley because no one has, and it does make it harder for Knight as well. But I'm also going to go. I'm going to pick my boy Creighton Duke. So,
Good ones.
Ripley is like one of the biggest badasses in sci-fi, horror, or action movie history. And Creighton Duke is just the epitome of cool. People can say what they want about that entry. It's hard to find someone talk shit about at least Stephen Williams' performance in that.
Yeah, that's true. No, he was fantastic in it, and I really wish that they could have done something else with him but at the same time, maybe it's good that they didn't, because there was so much mystery around him, right? So we'll never know, and that makes him intriguing too. So that's kind of
me. I'm a guy that loves a backstory. I don't want a Creighton Duke prequel or backstory.
Well said. Okay. So for two favorite characters, look, guys, obviously, I was going to say Ripley. I'm not afraid of that.
Me too. I was going to say Ripley.
I could be really weird and say a specific one from one of the other films, but no, I'm gonna make more conversational points. But I'm gonna go with. Listen, you guys know how I feel about this character. I'm gonna go with Jenny. Who you guys know absolutely. She's on the bucket list, man. If I get to meet Amy Steele, then this channel is going to explode, because she's on the bucket list. We've gotten the chance to meet so many greats and talk to them and so forth. So she's on the list. Absolutely love her character. But I'm going to go out in another corner here, and I'm going to show some love for Noomi Rapace. I'm going with Shaw. I absolutely loved Shaw and Prometheus.
Yeah.
I thought that, she was intelligent, she was spunky, she was crafty. I mean, that scene with the cesarean, look, to this day, and well, I won't give it away, but anyways, who knows? You guys might see something on it. But anyways, that scene still is just so fantastic. I just thought that she was a great character. And when, I think it was Stuart who said it, when we found out what her fate was in Covenant, I was so pissed.
Yeah.
I was like, come on, guys. How could you? She was a great character.
And that's why David is the greatest villain in the franchise. He took out a whole planet of engineers.
Well said. Well said.
He took out a whole planet of engineers.
Yep. You're right. I can't lie. All right. Man's going with Tommy Jarvis. Let's see. Scott's going with Ripley and Bishop. There you go. Stuart's not playing around, man. Stuart knows what's up. Going with Shelley and the Offspring from Romulus. What?
Okay.
Well, and I'm assuming because that's what it was called.
Yeah, that's what it was called.
Very cool. Very cool, man. Willis going with Hudson and Jenny. All right. Nightfall's going with Pamela and Jenny. There you go. You guys know what's going on. I love these answers, man. Let's see. Danielle's going with Paul Reiser and Bishop, the real version. Oh wow. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I want to give a shout out to Andy from Romulus, the android in that.
Yes.
Yes.
Bro, he was awesome.
Oh
my goodness.
If Kill would have gone and picked Ripley, I would have picked Andy.
Yeah, Andy was awesome. And look, man, shout out to the Alien franchise knowing how to do freaking synthetics the right way, man. Because all of them, Shout out to Call from Resurrection. Give Winona
Yeah.
Ryder a little love because I thought she was great as well. But of course, Bishop, Ash, David, Andy. I mean, it's like, come on, guys.
But
These are
you know,
great.
as we've been doing this show, I just had one idea. Every Alien movie has had a very strong, awesome female lead, and that's
Yeah.
awesome.
It is.
Just think about it. Every single one, even AVP, had a female lead.
Sanaa, yeah.
Sanaa Lathan, Requiem. I mean, you name it. Romulus. I mean, you know, it's just great stuff.
Yep.
Well said. Well said. Jason on Crazy Ralph and Creighton Duke. Neil, he's in the Doubleman twins. There you go. We gotta give some love, man. It was the 80s. It was a fun time. All right. Man saying Andy is an amazing character. I agree. I absolutely agree. JPEG in the house. Is it okay to still have a crush on Winona Ryder?
I still do.
Yes.
Hey man, she's awesome. She's still doing it, man. I'm so happy that she's having such great success in her career now. And Mayanne also on the Patreon chat is going with Tommy Jarvis and Trish. All right. Very cool. Thank you, Mayanne, for joining in on that. I appreciate that. Very cool. Stuart also going with Ron Perlman and Resurrection. I love that. Shout out to Ron Perlman. We've been fans of Ron Perlman since Beauty and the Beast back in the day.
My mom
All
watched
right.
it.
Yes. Right? Yes.
He didn't need much makeup, that's for sure.
There you go, man. And also you had Linda Hamilton, bro. It's like, look, you couldn't lose in that show, man. Everybody was happy. Everybody was happy. All right. Next category, your 3 favorite scenes of all time. 3 favorite scenes, Eric, from all these films, 21 in total. What would be your 3 favorite?
First one that popped up in my head, I think it's because we were talking about earlier. I have a lot of fun with the knife scene in Aliens. So we're going to go with that because it's just them having fun.
Right.
I know it was bad for you on your date all those years ago, but I am going to go with Ripley's sacrifice. It's in 3, it's her final FU to the company.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm another hero sacrifice. I'm going to show Charles S. Dutton some love. He went out like a badass. And
yeah, he did.
It was filmed from him, from the use of the red and the smoke and him just taking off those glasses, holding that xenomorph down, and it was clawing him to death. That's the way to go out like a hero.
Right. He's like, is that all you got?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
You believed him saying that too.
You did, man. He was such a great actor to have in a movie like that, because he really brought this gravitas, right? Like you said, you believed in him.
He was such an intense character, and he didn't really yell until that his death scene. Everything else, he was just talking like you and me are talking, but you did not want to get on his bad side. You could just tell. You know what I mean?
Right. Absolutely, man. Okay, Kill. How about you, man? 3 favorite scenes.
Okay, so I'm really trying to think out of the box of some of these. So first one, and it's mainly also just because of how badass the vehicle was and how it looked, and the music. When the team is getting aced out in Aliens, and Ripley says, "Your people are dying in there," and he's like, "Shut up!" It's like, get out of here. And she just like takes the wheel. And that music kicks in, dun, 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 dun. And she's just driving like a bat out of hell, just ripping shop through this place and just bust through the door. Doesn't know how to drive a tank, not combat trained, but she did it. And just that scene is just badass, and it just shows how great of a character she is. The next one, I'm gonna go with the opening to the Friday remake. I think that opening is awesome. I mean, you got somebody being cooked alive in a sleeping bag. You have a uber aggressive Jason that is running. He's fast. He's violent, and he's just taking people out. And then the way it cuts, he looks at his last victim, and he's just like, and just swipes at her, and you just don't
Yeah.
know, and it cuts to present day and credits and this and that. I love
Yeah.
that sequence. Man, see, I don't want to keep going back to Aliens.
Hey, the truth is the truth, man.
But I gotta do it because I want to give the drop ship scene in Aliens some love.
Yeah.
You have all of the army guys, they're loading in like absolute badasses, combat seating. Let's get it up, let's get it, Marines. They get in the tank, and then the tank goes into the drop ship. And you have this badass pilot. She's got the big aviator glasses on.
Farrell.
We're in the pipe. Farrell. We're in the pipe 5x5.
5x5.
Elevator going down straight to hell. It's just like
and Bill Paxton made that scene even better.
Huh?
Yeah. Bill Paxton made that scene even better, man.
Dude, look. Pop culture and Halo owe that scene a lot. Okay, I'm just saying, if you know, you know.
Someone just wake up Hicks. He can sleep through them. He's done so many.
Yes, right. And once again, just in that scene, you see their personalities. They've done this a million times. Right. He's sleeping. Hudson's talking about, hey, Ripley, we got nukes, we got guns, knives, grenades, like it's just like, what is going on here? So just awesome scenes. Those are my 3.
All right. Good call, man. All right, Coriander, how about you? What are your 3 favorite scenes throughout all of these films?
So obviously in the remake of Friday, the sleeping bag kill. That's that's a great one. And I was so happy when I saw that. If I'm remembering, her cat's name was Jonesy, right?
Yep.
That Jonesy survived. I was so happy about that. And the frozen head smash kill.
Ooh,
good one.
Ooh, wow. Okay. Good call. All right. So for me, look, I'm going to go. This is really challenging, man, but I'm going to go. Let me get the easy one out of the way. I'm going to go with Friday 7, Jason versus Tina. The whole scene, like from when she's running out of the woods and she sees Jason, is that wonderful standoff. Again, shout out to the late great John Carl Buechler, who directed it, did a lot of great stunt work because that was his background, and makeup, and of course that was tailor-made for Kane. Lar Park Lincoln, obviously, as Tina, was fantastic. So that whole versus scene, from the point where she sees him, electrocutes him in the little bit of water, all the way through the house and all the stuff. Kane was getting his ass. Kane worked. Kane worked for his check in Friday 7. I just want to say that. So I love that scene.
Yeah, first fire stunt since his injury too. Got to give him credit for that, man.
That's right, because he had the accident with the fire and getting burned and everything. So these are things that even myself growing up, I didn't know, because as many times as I watched those movies, I didn't know about a lot of behind the scenes stuff. That's one cool thing about doing YouTube, is that you go beyond these things and you research, and obviously the community, so many of you guys have a lot of knowledge. If you get a chance to talk to some of these people that were involved with these films, and you learn so much more, and you get to appreciate it in such a more deeper way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go with Friday 7. I'm also going to go with Kill. You basically said everything I wanted to say about the dropship scene. It was just great, man. You could tell Sigourney Weaver, the look on her face, as Bill Paxton is just dropping knowledge, and she's just like, what the hell's with this guy? We got nukes, we got knives, and it was just such a great scene. And even still to this day, when I see it, for some reason, it's such a cool prep moment. You know what I'm saying? And it gets you pumped up, man. James Cameron just has a way with scenes like that, and he, obviously has kind of paralleled it in other things like even Avatar and stuff like that. But it's such an exciting and energetic moment when you're getting pumped up. So that's my second one. And my third one, this is so tough, man, because there's so many. But I'm kind of honorable mention, I want to say, for Romulus in the anti-gravity scene. That was awesome stuff.
That was cool.
Going around the acid blood. Oof.
You know what, man? I'm just gonna say I'm gonna go with that.
Do
At
it.
first, I was gonna say honorable mention. I'm gonna go with Romulus, the anti-gravity, trying to avoid the acid blood. That was
damn
just.
cool.
I was thinking, man, Fede, some way, somehow, Fede was able to do new things for a 50-year-old franchise. Isn't that crazy? It's like very cool stuff. So I'm gonna go with
scariest face huggers I've ever seen.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is very true. I absolutely agree with that. Okay. And Mayanne loves it. All right. Yes, Romulus. And Danielle, yes, you should watch Alien Romulus.
It's really good.
I loved it.
Yes, no doubt, no doubt. Okay. Let's see. And we got Mr. Beer in the house. I think I said hello to Mr. Beer earlier. Good to see you. Nightfall saying Charles Dutton's demise, Pamela revealing herself in the OG, Jason popping out of the roof of the camper in 6 while it's burning. That was after he kills Travolta's nephew. Nightfall knows what's up. It's like, yes, that is John Travolta's nephew. I love it. All right.
He looks like a badass just standing on the top of that camper,
Listen, and I don't talk about CJ Graham enough individually as a Jason, but he did a fantastic job in Jason Lives. He really did.
And McLaughlin knows how to use a camera too.
He does, man. Jason looked all the scenes were so nice. They looked good. Whenever I talk about it or anytime I've done a video for it, it's easy to find scenes and still images in Jason Lives because everything looks good. You can see it. It's clear. It's great positioning and lighting. So Stuart and Freddy appearing at the end of Jason Goes to Hell. There you go. There you go. When I saw it in the theater, I was like, what? All right. And then as I left in the emptiness of the theater, I was like, well, I guess that was it. Okay. There you go. All right. Okay. And we got Jeff gifting another membership. Hey, man. Thank you so much. Very cool. Looks like it went to Frank. Very cool. All right. Thank you. We appreciate that. Okay. Next category. The better kills. The better kills. When we talk about all of these films from both franchises, Eric, which franchise overall has the better kills?
As great as the ones are in the Alien franchise, the creativity and the more fun, I think, is with Jason. Hands down.
Okay. All right. We got Friday 13th. Killian, how about you?
The face smash scene alone in the Friday movies for me would kind of put it there. No disrespect to Alien, I love the franchise, but nobody's being put into a sleeping bag and burnt to a crisp, so I got to go Friday.
All right. Okay. Coriander, how about you?
Yeah, I mean, it sucks when you go up against a xenomorph, definitely, because you've got so many things going against you with that thing versus, Jason. But Jason has some pretty damn awesome kills. So, yeah, definitely Jason.
Okay. All right. And look, man, there is no lying in this at all. I don't want to say it's not even close because there's some great kills in the Alien franchise. But again, Jason, look, and Jason X alone, I don't even know how many people he killed in that space station. It's absolutely ridiculous. So it's got to go to Friday the 13th. There's no doubt about that. All right. Let's see. Just want to catch up here in the chat. Danielle saying better kills have to go with Friday. They actually show the kills. Alien kills are mostly kind of seen. There you go. Agreed. Jeff's going with Friday the 13th. It has the most unique fun kills. All right. Stuart saying that the face huckers are scarier than the xenomorphs. Ooh, okay. Let's see. Nightfall going with Friday all day. There you go. Super Tenor going with Friday 13th. Okay. All right. Next category. Bring them back. So one character that you could have brought back from the dead, Eric, who would that be out of all of these movies? One character that you could bring back.
That's tough.
Right?
Shit, that is tough. So I'm trying to think. A lot of them are good. Because the one, like I said, the ones that died that made me mad were heroic deaths. So I don't want to ruin it. You know what?
That's a good point you just made. I like how you're thinking on that. That's cool.
It might be a cheat. I would like to see Bishop rebuilt and see him again. If I can say that, because it would be technically not him, a different body, but I would like to see another Bishop Lance Henriksen android brought back.
Okay, that's a great answer. Okay, Kill. How about you?
Mine is kind of a cheat because there have been graphic novels and so forth about this, but if Hicks did not die at the beginning of Alien 3. So I got to go with that. That man has a lot more alien killing in him, and for him to be crushed in his sleep never sat well with me. Michael Biehn deserves more. He helped kill a Terminator.
Right?
Biehn could still do it too. I guarantee it.
Oh yes. Oh yeah, absolutely. And he's so awesome, man.
He was.
It's funny because some of these actors too, like I said earlier with Lance, they had opportunities to maybe level up a little bit more in their career, but at the same time, I'm glad that we had them where we did have them, and Michael Biehn is a great example of that, having him be so prominent in Terminator and Alien and stuff like that. Aliens, I should say, and The Abyss. He was great in The Abyss, man.
Yes, he was.
He was scary in The Abyss.
Yeah, he was.
Yes, he was.
Like, oh.
Good call on The Abyss, man. We haven't had a chance to talk about The Abyss in a long time. Okay, Coriander, how about you? Who's the character that you'd bring back if you could?
Trish and Tommy's mom.
Ooh, wow, that's interesting. Okay, Trish and Tommy's mom. All right, I dig that. For me, this is challenging because there's a lot of characters that were great, in these films, and that you'd love to see again. And I could go through a whole bunch of them, but I'm actually going to go with something kind of off the cuff here. I'd love to see Ash rebuilt, because I just loved just how Ian Holm portrayed him. He was just such a fun character in the original. And I know we got a chance to see a variation, in Romulus and all that type of stuff. But, bro, when he broke it down at the end, he's like, "You have my sympathies." I was just like, burn, literally. You know what I mean? Like, it was just like, wow, man. And I just think that he was such an interesting character. And the reveal, that reveal was one of the biggest things about the movie, because it's like, who would have thought? He was in cryo sleep with them. I mean, he was the chameleon in the dark, himself. So
it's a rough way he tries to take Ripley out, just folding up the newspaper or what it is, and just trying to suffocate her.
Yes, yes,
yeah. That's a rough scene to watch.
Yep, agreed. Okay, all right. Real quick too in the chat, from Parts Unknown saying Horseshack. There you go. There you go. And Nightfall. No, it doesn't have to be a dead character. Nope. Troy's going with Trent from the remake so we can kill him again. Wow. There you go. Jason is saying Roy from Friday 5. There you go. Nightfall saying Tommy Jarvis. Let's see. Who else? Man. Okay, you start that petition. There you go. Okay. All right, let's go to our next category. All right, Eric. Who are we going with? Alien 3's Ripley or Trish from Friday 4? Who are you picking?
As much as I love Trish, I'm going Alien 3 Ripley. I love everything she has to deal with in that film. Her loss of the 2 or 3, if you count Bishop, people she was with in the spaceship. She is an outsider. You know what I mean? She has no weapons, and she knows she's on borrowed time with that xenomorph in her chest. And I think she just gives she's stuck trying to lead this group of people that don't want to listen to her. You know what I mean? And Charles Dutton has to, pretty much whip them into shape. And again, I love, as much as you hated it then, Knight, I love when she sacrifices herself, because we've said it before when we've always talked this, her whole life. And she says it pretty much in the third one. I don't know my life without you in it, when she's talking to the xenomorph. And so it's either she's dealt with the company or the xenomorph. And again, it's that final FU when she says no. And she looks so badass when she slams that gate.
Yeah.
Gotta go with her, man.
Okay. All right. Kill, how about you? Are we going with Ripley or are we going with Trish from Friday 4?
This is a tough one. I obviously like them both a lot. And I just said Friday 4 is one of my most watched movies out of all these. But I got to go with Ripley. And for a lot of the same reasons Eric said that I won't rehash. But, she's on a planet. She's literally the only woman. She's the only woman on this planet full of killers and of various types of killers. She has an alien in her. There's no weapons. And, she has to watch out for them before they try to take her out. And she has to watch out for the dog alien and the alien growing inside her. So it's a lot of things stacked against her. And she just lost her daughter figure, her homie that helped her that could have been a romantic interest. Who knows? But we never got into that.
Noopsie.
And she's the only survivor. So it's just a lot on her plate. So Ripley.
Okay. All right. Coriander, how about you? Are we going with Trish or Ripley?
Oh man. Well, yeah, I guess I'll have to give it to, Ripley in this round.
I love how she
sounds
Ripley.
She's like, yeah, okay. Let me throw a bone to Sigourney Weaver here. All right. For me, now let me just say this. Now, this is challenging in a weird type of way, okay? Because one character was there was a lot of emotion in it, and you guys know which one I'm talking about. And then the other character I loved so much and was like this shining beacon of sun and apple pie. And it's in the Friday film I've watched the most. So, but I still got to give it to Ripley. Come on, man. Look, man. I mean, let's just be real. Like if you thought I was gonna go against Ripley, I mean, come on. Listen, you just got to give Sigourney her flowers. I mean, from day one of doing this channel, we've always given this character and this actress a lot of love, and that's because, especially growing up, and we've already said it, but we watched a lot of Ripley growing up and through our adult years. She just had so much going on, like you guys said earlier. And I just think that even though there were tough moments, especially that ending, you got to give her credit as a character and the arc that she went through. And also, and I'm going to be honest enough to say it, and also the guts it took to make that decision for a film to say, hey man, we're going to call it, at least right now, and have her do what she did at the end. So yeah, this point has to go to Ripley. Okay. We got Chuck in the chat going with Trish. Stewart saying Ripley went out like a badass. Willis is going with Ripley. Let's see. Parts Unknown saying Ripley. Nightfall's going with Ripley. Danielle's going with Ripley. All right. But man is holding tight. She said Trish. All right. I'm digging it. Paula is also going with Ripley. We got a lot of Ripley in here. All right. Okay, next category. The it factor. Okay, so this is a category where we talk about the enjoyment of the film, the overall entertainment of the film, and the rewatchability of the film. Out of all of these movies, which film has the highest it factor for you, Eric?
I'll just keep going. Jason Goes to Hell has the highest it factor for me. You knew I was gonna pick it.
Look,
I've said it 100 times. Why? No need to rehash it. You okay?
I love this guy. he holds strong. There is
Hey,
no
I
lie.
like
respect
what I like.
it. I respect it.
Listen, can I? He's the best. He makes you almost want to love it. He really does. He's gotten me to almost think that I like it. Okay.
Hey, baby steps, man. Maybe in a couple of years you'll say it's not that bad. You know.
Hey, do you remember when we ranked the franchise and God, I can't remember where it landed, but I remember you were like, "Man, it's not last place. I'm just happy about that." And I was like,
to me.
This is a guy who he's in a marathon, not a sprint. He's looking at the long game. I appreciate you, bro. All right, so you're going with Jason Goes to Hell. Kill. How about you, man? Which film out of these 21 films has the greatest it factor for you?
Oh man, it's great ones on both sides,
right?
But I got to think of what Aliens did for cinema as a whole, what it did for James Cameron as a whole, what it did for this franchise and special effects as a whole, cinematography, the score, just the ensemble cast, a badass female hero. It's just too much. There are certain movies that come around, and like, Avatar, The Matrix, this is Terminator 2. This is one of them that, in my opinion, helped leapfrog science fiction movies and the technology used in them ahead. And of course, James Cameron is a part of a lot of those. So
yeah,
all of those except The Matrix that I named. So yeah. Got to go for Aliens. There's no lie here.
Okay. All right. Coriander, how about you?
I didn't really watch Aliens is probably the one that I watched the most out of the whole franchise. And so obviously for me, it has to go to Friday as the it factor, because that's just the way it is.
Okay. All right. For me, this is really tough because, at the end of the day, we're talking about entertainment, we're talking about rewatchability and so forth. So it's like, you can get so conflicted, and this could go kind of either way, to be honest. But look, and I know I'm echoing what you guys said, but I gotta go with Aliens. I just look, bro, I'm telling you. I was probably in the movie when I was a kid. That's how many times I watched that freaking thing. You know what I'm saying? I was probably one of the extras in the background of Hadley's Hope. It's like the film just had everything you wanted, right? You had these special effects, and you had this action. You had great characters. Especially the returning character that you absolutely loved in Ripley. These brand new characters are fantastic. Bill Paxton dropping quotes right and left that you just loved. There was just so much about it from A to Z. And I'm just, again, this is gut reaction. This could change, in an hour. But Aliens definitely is always going to be one of those that jump into my mind when I talk about it factor and overall enjoyment. So I'm going to give Aliens the point. All right. Okay, and real quick too in the chat, we got Mr. Beer coming in, gifting a membership. Very cool, man. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. It looks as though it went to Scotty. Scotty's back in the fold with us. So definitely give a shout out to Mr. Beer. We appreciate that. And I think Mr. Beer was saying earlier he got gifted a membership. So paying it forward, you guys are awesome. It's such a cool thing and so very kind of you to help build this community. We really appreciate it. All right. Nightfall saying the it factor goes to Friday. Okay. Scott is going with Aliens for the it factor. We got Kay in the chat going with Alien. Paul is going with Alien. May saying both are super rewatchable. It's very true. That's why it's tough. It's really tough. There's no doubt about it. It is tough. Let's see, who else do we have in the chat just to catch up with you guys a little bit. Scott saying for the franchise it's Friday the 13th, but as an individual film it's Aliens. Yep. Okay. Neil saying I've only seen Jason Goes to Hell once, but Eric has almost convinced me to watch it again. Look at that. Look at that. He's preaching. He's
Baby
on the
steps,
road.
like I said.
He's on the road. He's doing his little videos preaching the gospel. Good for you, man. Jeff is going with Jason Lives. Okay. Danielle, did we count the $100 super chat that went to Ellie? Listen, they need it. They need it. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Neil saying, Eric, all things are possible. I did finally rewatch Halloween Dangertainment. There you go. There you go. Let's see. Who else? And Mr. Beer saying, paying it forward. Yes, thank you, Knight. What a great channel and community. Thank you for having me. We appreciate you being here, seriously. And thank you for that. And it's very kind. I always say that to folks that are able to do kind things like that with gifting memberships. I mean, it's just awesome to see. It really is. And, you know, we're very fortunate that this channel, and I think Coriander had made this post a few days ago, just talking about how this community is just so kind and just caring for each other. And it's so true. We're really lucky. Okay. We are, you know, and that's because of all of you guys here. Okay. Next category, as we're winding it down, the best villain design, Eric. The best villain design out of all these films, obviously talking about the Xenomorph and Jason. Who gets the point and why?
Oh, we haven't shown her any love tonight. I'm going with the Alien Queen.
Ooh.
The size of her, you know, the extra set of arms on her chest, you know what I mean? And then she's got this, I don't know if you would technically call it like a hood, but you know how the top of her head is flat and pointy compared to the regular Xenomorphs. I mean, it's got that classic look, but there's so many additions to her that make her cool. And then we can see that, you know, say what you want about Alien versus Predator, but when we see her running down, you know, chasing Sana Lathan, she looks good. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So, Alien Queen.
Very, very cool. All right. Kill, how about you?
Man, you know, I had another, well, I was going to say the Xenomorph period, but I want to be more specific. I want to agree and just say the Alien Queen. I mean, you know, I mean, for me, I really enjoyed seeing her run. Like that was scary. That was genuinely scary. And the fact that her head already looks like a crown and so forth, it's like, whoa, that's just, that's regal. And I just think back to the first time you see her when Ripley's in that room and the camera's very close and it pans back and you see this thing. And at first you think, oh, is that a statue? Is it just a structure? But then it starts moving a little bit and like, holy crap, that's a giant Xenomorph.
Right.
Like, that's just impressive. And that's practical effects right there. I'm just saying. Shout out to
Stan Winston. Shout out to the late, great Stan Winston, who's given us so many great just designs and effects over the years. Shout out to him. Okay. All right. So, Coriander, how about you?
I am going to go with Jason in part 7.
There it is. There it is.
You know it. You know it.
There it is. All right. So, listen, I'm going to be honest. And Coriander just said it to me. Look, Kane looked so good in 7. It's so hard to go against him.
But yeah, you are. We get it.
But I am.
We get it.
Listen.
Boo.
And I just said it, man. Stan Winston. When the Queen chases Ripley at the end of Aliens, first of all, I was just like, wow, this chick is pissed off, right? And the big surprise with Bishop getting aced out, which, bro, I'll never forget when I first saw it. I was like, no, you know, he just kind of got back in the good graces with Ripley. We're feeling good. You were about to give Newt a lollipop and head back home, and then boom, Bishop gets ripped in half.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, shout out to that too. Shout out to that too. But the queen is just so badass. You know, get away from her, you bitch. And I mean, come on, it's hard to go against it because, and again, you know, we have to give the respect to Giger with the design and building upon that. But it's like this is just something that you'd never seen before. You know, as far as a monster, you know, and we're evolving it into the queen. So I gotta give the point to the queen. To the queen. All right. In the chat, Jeff says no. We are going to go with Jason in 7. I hear you.
That's right.
Hey man, I almost did too. There was such a great design. It really was. I'm not gonna lie.
My favorite look.
It is. Super Tenor is going with Alien. And JPEG saying the Pred Alien from Requiem. Wow, there you go. Requiem getting some love. Who would have thought? Nightfall is going with Jason from The New Blood. Okay.
Nice.
Let's see. I know I'm gonna miss a bunch of people here. Troy saying the Xenomorph. Anybody could have a big dude in a mask. Only Giger could come up with the Xenomorph. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. All right. Let's go to our next category. Eric, out of all these films, the single best final girl or guy, who is it from what film?
No one holds a candle to Ripley, in my opinion, including her clone. End of story.
All right. Which film are we going with, though?
Ooh, okay. Which film we're going with?
Yeah.
Shit. As much as I love her in 3, I think I'm going to go with her in Aliens because of the whole mother protecting Newt type of situation.
Okay. All right. We got some points for Alien. Alien is way behind. We got some points there. Kill. How about you?
A lot of good choices here. But there's no lying here. I'm going that OG Ripley where she is about to like go to sleep, so she's not even dressed properly to deal with stuff. So she, you know, like, and she's in there like, yeah, ba ba ba, and steam hits a pipe, and you think it's a pipe, and then you see this. It's like, oh no, and she wants to say, oh shit, but she doesn't. She's just like,
right.
Okay, let me just suit up here. And once again, you know, and like so many of the final girls in this question, they have to think on their head, on the fly. You know, they got to put on Mrs. Voorhees' sweater, you know, or a kid has to shave his head real quick, you know. And this one, you know, no offense to Jason is either a man or a zombie, depending on some of these.
That's right.
This is an alien that every aspect of his body is a weapon of destruction. His blood is acid. Look. You know, wait. You guys know I love Jason. Yeah. Look at these two images. He has a spear for a tail. He has claws, teeth, an extra set of teeth that come out. His blood is acid. What are we talking about here? He's Spider-Man. He's just climbing around on stuff. Like, and if you watch Romulus, it's really hard to kill them.
Right.
I'm not going to say much more. It takes a lot to kill a Xenomorph. Not even a queen, just a regular ass army ant soldier Xenomorph.
All right.
So there you go.
Oh my god. Hey, Coriander, what'd you say, Coriander, while he was talking?
Come on.
You're like, come on. What'd you say that for?
I missed this, you know.
You know exactly.
Hey, Kill said whether he's a man or a zombie, and I was like, right? And then Coriander's like, come on.
Yeah.
You know what? Bro, Okay.
Bro, just,
right. Okay.
keep rolling. Keep it rolling.
I missed you guys.
Yeah.
I missed
Same
you
here.
guys too, man. This is what's so fun about doing this, and I hope for you guys in the chat. I hope you guys are enjoying this too, because we haven't had a chance to do this in a while. So we're so happy to do it and have these laughs. That's what it's all about. You guys are the best. So Coriander, who is the best final girl or guy, and what movie are we talking about?
Oh God. Well, this is hard because it's like
just say, Megan from Jason Lives, right?
no.
Wow.
I think I might give Tommy his credit in part 5. Close.
Wow.
Not part 5. No.
Oh, 6?
No.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
I was about to say, don't forget about Pam in 5.
Yes. No. I meant 6.
So
Okay.
Ring of Fire, Tommy.
Yeah.
Ring of Fire.
Yep.
Tommy, who's responsible for thousands of deaths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He brought him back.
He did.
All right.
And just think he helped with zombies also. So he brought, death back twice. So.
Dude. Okay. All right. So look, for me.
Return of the Living Dead. Come on.
Oh, okay. I thought we were still on the Jason kick. You're right. Hey, look, he was so funny in Return of the Living Dead.
I know. I love that
movie. You mean the movie lied?
Yeah.
Bro, Return of the Living Dead, let me just, for a quick aside, Return of the Living Dead is one of those movies that I can watch anytime. And what's so amazing about that film, I love all the zombie action and it's great stuff throughout the whole film. But that movie is so good. Just the opening, the first, 30 minutes before they, while they're reanimating the first zombie, just the back and forth that he has. They were just so hilarious. They were so funny. I love that film so much.
It's such a smart film that I think it's overlooked for how smart and creative it is. Because of a lot of the zombie stuff. You get 2 characters that are Bert and Ernie, and they fight a yellow zombie. Come on.
Yeah.
Stuff like that,
Yeah, it's hilarious, man. It's hilarious.
It's the best.
All right. Real quick too in the chat, Nightfall's coming in with a $2 super chat. So we got 2 more points to Jason, and final girl is Jenny, the GOAT. All right, so we are putting another 2. We have got, man, Friday is killing it with all of these points being put to it. Very cool. The fix is in, man. Like Alien hasn't had anything. And hey, we got Mayanne saying Ripley, Neil saying Jonesy from Parts Unknown going with Ripley. I know Jonesy, cute Jonesy. Mayanne's going with Aliens. Ryan is going with Aliens. And hey, we got Sir James in the house coming in with a super chat. All right, $10 super chat. Hey, thank you so much, man. Hope you've been doing well.
Thank you, Sir James.
Holy crap, we got the first super chat for Alien.
Wow.
Good for you, Sir James.
Can there be any hope at all? Thank you so much, Sir James. We appreciate you, man. Saying Alien and Aliens all the way. Thank you so much, man. So we're gonna put 10 points, the first 10 points to the Alien franchise, still massively down because the fix is in for Friday. But thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. We appreciate you, man. And so let's do a clip. Let's go back to some old stuff, man. Here we go. Thank you so much, Sir James. This is for you guys.
Joaquin gets me every time.
Hey, easy, Joaquin. Oh, Lord. Okay. All right, man. All right. So for me, when I talk about final girl, final guy, look, guys, I mean, look, ultimately, you guys know who it comes down to is one on each side. And I almost feel, listen, the only person and there might be one other person from another franchise, but in these two franchises, the only person for me that can beat Jenny is Ripley.
Yeah.
It's just, I can't lie. As much as I love Amy Steele, you guys know I do, but I have got to give it to Ripley. And just from A to Z is just too much to deal with. So I'm going to go with Ripley from Aliens. There's just no doubt that she was just fantastic. And that's all I can say, man. That's
like
all
Kill said earlier, it's the logical choice, you know?
It is, man. Mr. Beer saying the vote is for Ripley, remembering being a kid and Alien scared me more than Jason. There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. From parts unknown, Jason is a ghost. I think Nightfall is keeping the torch alive. Best final girl is Jenny. Friday 2, the GOAT. She is my favorite. She's one of my favorites of all time. But Ripley is one of the only. There might be one other that can compare, but yeah,
there is another.
Yeah, from another Cameron. Yeah, you know who we're talking about.
Yeah, of course, I know.
Listen, let's just be real. We're talking about Sarah Connor. Come on, let's just put it out there. Let's just put all the cards on the table. We've done an episode on it. Okay, you're all right, man. I love you, man. All right. So, hey, look, Sir James is coming in again. There is a chance.
Sir James, thank you for everything you do.
There is a chance. There's a little bit of light in the tunnel. $20 super chat. A final girl is this
not enough though.
Actress and Vasquez a real deal. Calling them a final is an insult. Okay. All right. So she's going. I'm sorry. Sir James is going with Ripley and Vasquez. Good call. So that's 20 points to the Alien franchise. Now it's interesting now. It's interesting now. Wow. All right.
Man, 0 hour.
Zero. Yeah, we're in the fourth quarter. Thank you, Sir James. Seriously.
Yes.
Much appreciated. Seriously.
Yes,
all things aside, is just awesome to have the support. Seriously. Okay. Man's like, wow. I know, May. It's getting tight now. This is for the title too. So
not too
all right.
tight.
We got a couple more categories left. Let's see what we got. Eric.
Sure.
Vancouver or Alien Resurrection? Who gets the point and why?
As in which one we prefer?
Yes.
I'm assuming.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go Vancouver. I'm gonna go Vancouver. And the reason why people can say I don't care that it's not really New York. I don't care. You know what I mean? It's my stereotypical Friday the 13th movie. You see a bunch of characters get hacked and slashed, and then when he does make it to air quotes New York or actual New York, it's a lot of fun. The problem with Resurrection is I can have fun with that for all the wrong reasons. You know what I mean? I really hate Busta for the most part. There's only one funny scene with him. Michael is taken out like a punk, and then what they do to Lori in the very beginning.
No. We're talking about Alien Resurrection.
Not Halloween Resurrection. We're talking about Alien Resurrection.
Winona Ryder, that one.
Yes.
Chris like, wait a minute, man.
Here's the thing. I'll put it this way then. I'm still going to pick Vancouver because I don't remember much of Resurrection. It just exists to me. I don't think there's that much memorable characters to it other than the Ripley clone.
Yes.
And I do like that one scene. Sorry, it's been a long day. There is that one scene I do like when she is with the failed clones. I really like that scene. But other than that, I got to go with Jason.
Okay. All right. Kill, how about you?
I'm going Resurrection. Resurrection is fun. I mean, Ron Perlman, our boy who's the villain from The Crow.
Michael Wincott. Yeah.
Thank you, Michael Wincott. I love Michael Wincott.
Yeah.
And I liked the creepy killer Ripley clone who's has acid in her blood. It's a lot of stuff. I love creepy Brad Dourif.
Yes.
Being a creepy scientist and whatnot. And The only thing I didn't really like about it was the humanoid xenomorph at the end. Mama didn't really care for that too much, but hey, you got the offspring now, so now you can choose between your weird hybrids. I don't know. Maybe I like him a little bit more now. I don't know.
You can appreciate him now.
Yeah, I think maybe I might a little bit. But I thought it was a fun movie, and it also shows how evil and vile the humans are.
Right.
Where they're catching people and just, hey, you're gonna die for science, and it's messed up. So yeah, and you got to see an alien underwater for the first time. Oh, can they swim? Yeah, they swim pretty good underwater. So it was a good movie. I like it.
All right, Coriander, how about you?
Answer me this. We've only talked about the Alien franchise, what, twice?
Yes,
Once?
twice. Yep.
So I've only seen Resurrection twice, and I completely forgot Brad Dourif was in it.
Yeah.
I can't remember a damn thing, really.
Okay.
So Vancouver.
Okay, we're going to Canada, guys. That's where we're going. Okay. Listen, this is this is interesting. And I had just done the Why You Hate Friday 8 thing, and so there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff on it. So to be fair, they didn't have the money that they thought they were going to have. Okay, so it is what it is. You get slimy Jason, whatever. I agree with you, Kill. I got to go with Resurrection because there's fun in it, man. There's fun in it. I loved Winona Ryder in it, who just kind of came out of nowhere as Call. Ron Perlman, that underwater scene was just badass. You'd never seen anything like that. And I think it just has this aesthetic that is just really like it was just really fun. Like you it felt different and it had a different type of style to it. Vancouver has its moments, but I mean, again, let's just be real. Even as a kid, when I saw it, I was like, wait a minute, what are we? Come on, man. What? What are we doing? And they had a bunch of script changes. They were changing the script on the fly. So I gotta be honest and go with Alien Resurrection on this one, man. Okay. All right, real quick too in the chat, man. Hey, we got our brother Steven in the house.
Hey,
what's
Steven.
up, man? 2 years, bro.
Awesome.
2-year anniversary as a channel member. Oh my god, that is too cool, man. And also just to say, man, happy 3-year anniversary to his channel, Craving Something Scary. There's a fantastic, fun
happy
stream.
anniversary.
Big time happy anniversary to our brother. Great to have you here. He said, he said 2 years, baby. There you go, man.
Very cool. Good for you, dude.
And you know what's going on, man. We appreciate you so much. I appreciate you, all the things you've done for this channel, this community, and just being so amazing as a friend, man. Seriously, thank you so much, Steven. All right. Neil saying the special effects at the end of Vancouver were proof they had no money. They were flat ass broke. There you go. Oh my God. You're so right. That's so right. And definitely all well wishes and support for Craven. Much appreciated, Mr. Beer. Much appreciated. All right, we got a couple more categories. We're gonna run through this real quick. Next up, Eric, the better trilogy, the Jarvis trilogy, or Resurrection, Prometheus, and Covenant.
You know what? I'm gonna go with Resurrection, Prometheus, and Covenant because I absolutely love Prometheus. I think from beginning to end, even though it's not really technically, if you look at it, not like a xenomorph movie, it's more about the characters and stuff like that. That's what I really love. And I recently watched Covenant for the first time a handful of months ago, and I didn't see what the big problem was. I thought it was a really good entry into the franchise, and that ending, like Kill brought up, where she's going to sleep and Fassbender just basically says goodnight.
Yeah,
that's a great way to end with a villain like that. The Jarvis trilogy is good, but I think just Prometheus and Covenant alone are better.
Okay, Kill, how about you?
One has two movies that I really like a lot, and the other one has one with a fake Jason. And then the other one has 3 movies that I like.
Wow.
No. I am not shitting on fake Jason. I'm slightly gonna go with the Alien trilogy because you learn so much more. Now, granted, could Prometheus and Covenant been better? Could Prometheus been more of an alien movie? Sure. And people have made that complaint, but I love it for what it was. It looks amazing. Has a great cast. Charlize Theron, Idris Elba, Noomi Rapace. I mean, it has a great cast. Covenant gives you what you want. It looks just as good as Prometheus did. It gives you a great cast, and it does feel more alien. But they also add a lot more backstory with the David character and kind of the creation of xenomorphs and so forth. Does it answer all the questions? Heck no. Does it give you more questions? Heck yeah. But it's a good ride. And I'm sorry, I love Resurrection. Resurrection is just fun. So
all right,
I got to go for Alien.
All right, Coriander, how about you?
So I haven't seen for Prometheus or Covenant enough to say I'm picking them. So I have to go with the Jarvis trilogy.
All right. Okay. For me, I think both of these trilogies have good stuff going with them, and I'm a huge fan actually of Prometheus. And I enjoyed Covenant. But look, man, there's no lying. I'm going with the Jarvis trilogy straight up. Because again, the final chapter, one of the films I've watched the most over the course of my life. Jason Lives is right in that ballpark. I've had so much fun with that. And A New Beginning has been one of those entries in the franchise that over the years has just continually just climbed that ladder and just the appreciation for what they did. Shout out to Melanie Kenneman too. So yeah, I'm gonna go straight up with the Jarvis trilogy. Okay. All right. Real quick too in the chat. Let's just jump to the chat. We got Mary in the chat. What's up, Mary? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well.
Hey.
Good to have you here. And look, we got Sir James coming in again with a $20 super chat saying, aliens, Jason, get away from her, you bitch. That's great. Oh wow.
Sir James, you got him sweating. They're like, man, I hope Sir James doesn't come in. And now you got him sweating, sir.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you so much, man. It's so funny. We appreciate you. And yeah, man, now we're down to business here. All right, so let's do another quick clip and to thank you, Sir James, and for the rest of you guys. And look, Kill, sometimes when you don't know what to do, you just sound like this.
Do it slowly, day by day. It's so funny. You are.
There you go. All right. Oh. Okay. All right.
I missed that one.
Look, yeah, I did too. Neil said, I love Friday the 13th, but if Alien wins, I ain't gonna be mad. But there you go. There you go. All right, we got 2 more categories left. We got to run through this real quick. Our next one up, Eric. I know he's gonna love this. The bigger disappointment: Alien 3 or Jason Goes to Hell? What was the bigger disappointment?
I like
this is a
both.
negative point.
I wasn't disappointed at all.
But you gotta pick one, and this will be a negative point.
Okay, and I'm being 100% honest. If I'm gonna have to knock something, I'm gonna knock Alien 3 because the CGI effects on the dog alien are still pretty cringy. There are times when it's green. Okay, so there's my bigger disappointment. And all that's wrong in Jason Goes to Hell. At least there's no green monsters running around.
That's a good, you find a way to make things make sense. You're right about that. All
There's
right.
no green monsters, but there's no Jason running around either.
He's running around in the beginning. All right, he's
Yes.
chasing her through the woods.
Into an ambush. Yes.
Doesn't
yes.
matter. He's not green. You know he's physically there.
It was a sting operation to get
Grunting.
Jason.
Okay. All right. Kill. How about you, man?
Look, I kid.
Oh, I know.
But for this one, I would have to say Jason Goes to Hell, only because I want to see more Jason in it. I want to see more Jason, less Voorhees dagger from the Evil Dead realm or something. And I just need more Jason in a Jason movie. That's all. Like if you're not gonna have Jason in there, make it Friday 13th season of the witch or something. At least I know
part 5. There's no Jason in that one.
Yeah, I mean, I know what I'm getting. There's not going to be any Jason in it. It's going to be Tom Atkins being awesome. So there you go.
Okay, all right, Coriander. How about you?
Well, Alien 3. That's the one with the prison, right? Is that the prison one?
Yep.
Well,
I love that you have to think about this because
I do, because I don't remember the dog aliens being green at one point.
Well, just some of the special effects. Sometimes,
right? But I'm
on
trying
the
to think.
ceiling running. It wasn't great special effects all the way through.
But I mean, I'd love to say Jason Goes to Hell just because I want to give him the point.
No, that would be a negative point. Whichever one is the bigger disappointment to you will get a
okay.
negative.
Well, then we don't. Okay, see, then definitely Alien 3.
That a girl.
Yeah, but you just okay. All right. Anyways,
No, that was a bigger disappointment. That was a bigger disappointment.
All right, you kind of threw away the reason for your answer. All right. Okay, so look, bigger disappointment for me. I saw both of these films in the theater, and there were tears in both. Okay, so that's where I'm coming from as far as my theater experience when I first saw it. Not so much which film I think was better or worse, or even the special effects. Right. And this is, and I got to admit, as much as I was irritated on that summer day after coming out of a dead theater for Jason Goes to Hell, the bigger disappointment for me was Alien 3. And, of course, I said the story earlier. So I'm going to give that negative point to Alien 3 because I was just so, bro, I don't even know what I was thinking afterwards. I just like, wow, this is just some, what. All right. So, I mean, just my reaction to it. And again, I came in with expectations.
Dude, aren't we like pressing for time here?
Yes.
Right?
Dude, I got you. So that was the feeling that I had. Okay. That it was just like such a disappointment. Okay. All right. So let's go to the last category. Eric, you know how we do this. Which franchise are you going to give the point to? Is it Friday or is it Alien?
I'm gonna give it to Friday because I just think that kind of like with the it factor, it's just got more rewatchability for me. Better characters, better kills, more fun.
Okay, Kill. How about you?
I love both franchises, but I gotta go Alien. It just it's so many things for cinema in total.
Okay, all right, Coriander. How about you?
So I've only seen the Alien franchise like twice, so I'm going Friday.
Okay. All right. And for me, I love both of these franchises. These are two of some of my favorite franchises. But at the end of the day, when the push comes to shove and we separate the apples from the oranges, I have to go with Friday the 13th. So I'm going with Friday. Okay. All right. Real quick, too, in the chat, man. Let's we got a couple more super chats coming in. We got Sir James coming in again. He's trying, man. He's trying.
He may have done it now, damn it.
He's single-handedly doing it.
$10 super chat saying,
"Come on, you Jason lovers, what happened to y'all?"
Hey, well, they started off early.
Shit, I know.
Sir James said, "Hold my beer."
Pretty much. All right. And then we got Troy coming in. Maybe the defining factor. Troy coming in with a $5 super chat franchise-wise for me, Alien's a mix of a little fine dining, and the rest is prison food. Friday is comfort food for every meal. Friday for me.
All
Okay, so we
right.
got 5 points to Friday. Holy moly!
Nice.
All right, guys, I'm gonna tally up these points as quick as I can, and let's just do a recap, and then I will let you guys know when I'm ready. So, Eric, let's start with you. What do you think about this?
I was honestly, because me and Knight we're trying to always think about how to make these movies fit, and the thing is, it's hard, and sometimes when it comes to title matches, you just gotta go with your gut. And we said franchise, and I had a lot more fun than I was expecting, because every movie in at least the Alien franchise got some love. I was kind of worried because Prometheus and Covenant didn't get some, but it did. Even Romulus did. It was a lot of fun. We talk about the Friday the 13th franchise all the time because we love them, those movies so much. Fun characters, fun kills. Jason is great, but it was nice to talk about the Alien franchise again, and more than just the first two films. So tonight was a lot of fun because of that for me.
I agree. Both franchises are great. And if you know this channel, we love the Friday the 13th franchise, but we also really love Alien, in that franchise. And to have these two go against each other, this is like choosing out of your kids that you both love. They're both, getting straight A's, but it's like, hey, you got to choose one. And for me, as much as Jason is given to slashers and to horror, someone could say the same thing about the Alien franchise to sci-fi and or sci-fi horror.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're still getting new entries. We're getting a TV show coming to Hulu. Shouts out to Alien, right. Alien Earth, Alien, or Alien World. Yeah, Alien Earth. So excited to see what that's going to be. And it's a new day over in, well, I was going to say Fox, but Disney now owns it all. And I look forward to the next Romulus, whatever it's going to be, because Alien Romulus is amazing. If you have not seen it, it is out on streaming. I believe you can actually rent it now instead of just buying it outright. But I would suggest buying it, especially if you're a fan of Alien. This is we talk about peaks and valleys. This is definitely a peak. It's a great movie, and check it out.
It comes out on physical in December, so I'm holding off that because I want to see those damn bonus features.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. So like y'all know, I haven't seen too many of the Alien movies. So for me, I was kind of biased, in this Battleworld. But I gave points where, I could. So yeah, man. Hopefully you're done.
Okay.
yeah, man.
I missed that.
Oh man, I tell you. Okay, and real quick too, in the chat, man, we also have another super chat that came in after we started doing the count. Nightfall saying Duke, Crazy Ralph, Jenny, $5 super chat. Thank you. I like that, just throwing out the characters. Thank you so much, man. We really appreciate the support. You're awesome, bro. All right, so look, we've got this. We got this tallied up. This was actually down to the wire.
I friggin' bet, man.
I counted it 4 times. We have a score.
Counted 4 times.
Exactly. We have a total score of 109, which is a lot of points, man. 109 to 122 points for the winner.
Wow.
And the champion is...
Oh, yeah.
He's still the champ, boy.
Oh, yeah.
New Jersey, still the champ.
That's why he's the man.
He's the man behind the mask. That's what the song said, right? Listen, this was so
Michael Myers.
Close. This was so close, man.
What?
With his victories, Coriander. Don't worry. I'm not trashing Jason.
It's like, what?
Don't worry. Calm down.
She's getting personal. This was so close, man. This was so close between the panel and also the audience. Once Sir James got in here, it got tight.
Yeah, it
almost,
got tight.
yeah, almost
Yeah.
got totally. Wow.
Too tight, man. He almost popped
Yeah.
right out of there.
Man,
Shit.
but seriously, with all the super chats and also with our points, it was really, really close. 109 to 122. Awesome stuff, man. Very, very cool. For you guys in the chat, thank you so much for just everything. Seriously, this has been so much fun getting back to doing this. And wow, man. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Kill, Eric, Coriander, this was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for to come in and doing this. And
Of course.
man, awesome stuff, guys. Awesome stuff.
Mhm.
For all of you guys here, we're going to keep on doing what we do. We appreciate everything that you guys do for us. And as always, get ready for the next Battle World, whenever that's going to be. And if you're watching this, if you're listening to this, you are the Night Watch. Peace.
Cheers.
Cheers.